Hi Gemini, welcome to Talk Tarot. This is your full moon manifestation energies reading for June the 28th. We have the full moon in Capricorn tonight, and it is known as the honeymoon, strawberry moon, or rose moon. Generally brings with it nice gentle energy, a sort of mini harvest or something coming to fruition. However, we also have Saturn at its closest point to Earth, that it will be for the rest of the year, and that energy continues for a month, offering some restriction to our harvest or to what's coming to fruition. We have Mars in retrograde motion, just arrived in retrograde motion, whose tension will be building up the aggression, the draining energies. And I don't know about other Geminis, I'm feeling very drained at the moment myself. And I don't know if it's the effect of Mars or the extreme repressive heat that we're having in Scotland at the moment. Either way, those are energies to watch out for, and at the end I'll give a little chat on how we can use those energies to our benefit in our manifestations. As we look to the reading, the first column to the left hand side of the chakra cards indicates the areas where Geminis may be experiencing blocks in their chakras, the energies that are blocking those chakras or how the life situations are affecting them. The first column to the right of the chakra cards is the energies that are trying to leave the chakras, the energies that the full moon are taking from us, and simultaneously that last column is the energies that are coming in as the other energies leave. Every ending is simultaneously a new beginning, and we can use that knowledge to our advantage. Now let's have a look at your reading, Gemini. First of all, I hope you all had a good birthday month last month. Gemini's been going through it this year. A lot of our Geminis have been going through it this year. This month seems to be a pivot point for us. These energies are suggesting a pivot, a turnaround. I think you're the first or the second sign who hasn't had the karmic influence of the Wheel of Fortune in their reading. It feels as if our karma, we've already been working it out, we've been through the hardships and whatnot, and we're now getting through to the other side of that. I see that specifically because we have the wonderful healing Aquarius energy coming in. We have the Ten of Wands, but it's the view where he's almost home, he's almost finished. We have the Ace of Rods coming in, offering us that new passion, that new beginning. And we've got the Nine of Cups coming in, offering us some joy and much needed bliss, Gemini. Let's look at the reading now from the base chakra up and see how we're being affected. Looking to your base chakra, the base chakra is our seat of survival. It's where we receive our life force, our vitality, and that's been blocked because we've been holding on to a situation that was illusory. We've been holding on to false promises, false relationships, certainly something emotional and connected to earth, which makes me think that it was a relationship. When your base chakra is blocked, it affects how you express the life within you. It affects things like your vitality, like how energetic you feel, how passionate you feel, how full of life you feel. There's a feeling here with the Four of Pentacles. It's a very solid energy, it's a very holding on energy. It's almost like you're not engaging in life due to either fears or waiting for something to come that's just not, it just hasn't come and it's not going to materialise for you. You've believed something that wasn't true. The good news is we do have the lovely Aquarian energy of the star coming in for us at the base chakra, offering us healing, offering us connection to our guide, our spirit. I'm always drawn to this card in this deck because of the beautiful shooting stars. There are wishes coming through. Some of them are going to turn out to not produce the results that we had expected. That's specifically true if you're dealing with a water sign. That if you've been wishing to manifest a relationship with a water sign, you are headed, although it will come to fruition, you're headed for a disappointment. It's going to be harder work than you initially thought it would be, and there's going to be some deceit there that you're not happy about. Now, moving through to the sacral chakra, the seat of sexual desire, the seat of desires in general and anything that we're passionate about. We've got the Two of Swords as our block, we have the Moon as the energy trying to leave, and we've got the Ten of Wands. This very much mirrors the energy below, Gemini. We have the Moon card there, which, as you know, is associated with illusion. It can be associated with deceit. It can be associated with betrayal. And we have the Seven of Cups straight underneath it. Again, another card of deceit and illusion. Gemini can sort of resort to fantasies. We can live in a fantasy world because it's kind of easier to deal with that than the real world at times. They can prefer an idealistic view. A lot of people don't understand that Gemini inhabit two worlds at the same time, dream world and this world, or spirit world and this world. They can be in the logical and the psychic at the same time. It's one of the gifts of Gemini, and when it's manifested or wielded properly, it can be a great ally for us. It can also be one of our Achilles' heels, as it is also a terrible distraction if you haven't learned how to master that. The block there is refusing to make a choice. You've refused to make a choice to move on. You've made hard work of moving on, because the Ten of Wands is a card that's coming in that you've almost moved on, but you've made it laborious. Maybe feeling a bit exhausted there with that. And it's from that Four of Pentacles. It's refusing to put something down so you can reach for something new. I'd ask my Geminis to look out for strange passions emerging round about the full moon period. So say from today, this is the 28th of June, say between now and the 30th, if you suddenly have a strange inkling or a strange interest in someone or something, especially if it's something that is related to esoteria or to the mysterious, you may want to follow that. It's going to lead somewhere extremely, extremely interesting. It's going to feel like coming home. It's going to be one of those situations where you find out a new piece of information, you hear something random, you look it up and you suddenly realise, I know this, but you won't know how that you know it. But there'll be this feeling of familiarity, this feeling of home, this feeling of, oh, this is what I should be doing, or oh, this is where I should be, this is who I should be with. So look out for that coming in between the 28th and 30th of June. Let's move through the solar plexus chakra now. Your solar plexus chakra is the seat of willpower, will, intent, personal power and your personal identity. Here we've got the Four of Cups as your blockage. Now this card I particularly associate in this deck with indolence, laziness. It's as if you've sent out a ship and you're waiting for it to come in, but you're doing nothing else in the meantime. There's a feeling of almost disinterest with everything in life. It's a feeling of you really don't care, you've done what you've done and now consequences can be what they may. Yet ironically, the energy that's trying to leave is a defensiveness. It's as if you've built up this I don't care attitude, or I'm not being involved attitude, in order to defend yourself, in order to protect who you are and protect yourself. You've built up quite a wall there and nothing's able to penetrate it. The devil energy coming in at that chakra may re-enliven you, because that could be a sexual invitation, it could be an invitation again to something esoteric or occult, which is going to fascinate you enough to bring you out of that shell. At the same time, the devil energy can be seen. Avoid becoming so closed off or becoming so addicted to your comforts that you won't stray out of your comfort zone and try anything new. Sounds like mad advice for my Geminis, but it has been a tough year, so I can understand a certain reticence of getting involved in life. Don't allow that to build up till it becomes a pathological problem. Moving through your heart chakra, we've got the three of celebrations, the Three of Cups even, as your block. We've got the Knight of Swords reversed as the energy that's trying to leave it, and we've got the Nine of Cups as that beautiful, blissful energy that's trying to come in. This to me is saying there is a relationship involving three people. This could be three friends. This could also be a third party situation from your past that's got that heart chakra blocked. It's certainly looking back to emotions or things that you valued in the past that you're refusing to cut ties with, even though the time has long passed for those ties to be cut. This is relationships, or these are relationships that are disempowering to you, because we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. We've got you out of your power. We've already seen how defensive you are with that solar plexus chakra, that you've actually built yourself up a wall of defence against losing your power. Yet ironically, you're keeping yourself trapped in this powerless situation by this focus on a past relationship, or past relationships, possibly a third party situation, or a group of three friends. Certainly three seems very important here. That's got you, your loyalty to them is misplaced, because it's disempowering you. It undercuts your personal values with the Knight of Swords in that position. and it's stealing a lot of your joy. Yet there's this joyous Nine of Cups energy that's trying to come in if you would just simply cut ties, if you would allow the end of something to be the end. For some of you, it feels as if a relationship has ended with a fizzle more than a bang, or a friendship has ended with a fizzle more than a bang. There may be a bit of confusion. Did you actually mean anything to them? And that may be causing you to undervalue yourself. As I said, the Nine of Cups energy, that beautiful golden room, those cups of joy are trying to come in for you. There's an indication here that there is a social circle or a support network available to you that would help you get over any disappointment. But there's definitely a feeling in all your cards so far of needing to reconnect with life. Moving through to that throat chakra, we've got the Seven of Swords as what's blocking you. We have the Tower card as the energy that's trying to leave, and we've got the Ace of Wands as the energy that's trying to come in. Right away, what I'd say is that Ace of Wands is suggesting to me at the moment that, see the 9 wands he's accumulated to protect his identity. He doesn't need them, he only needs the 1 wand, which is his truth, his authenticity and his passion. So there's a need to put 8 of those down, and you may be forced to do so when we've got the Tower energy and the 7 of Swords there. Now the Tower energy is generally an external catalyst, something that comes in and pulls people down. Again, we've got 2 figures falling in that card, and there was a feeling that there is something regarding 3 people, whether that be 3 friends or a third party relationship, that's coming to light round about this full moon period, and it's going to cause you to have to reevaluate your social circle. It's going to have to cause you to reevaluate who you are. What foundation have you built relationships on? What is it you're trying to portray to the world? When I see the 9 of Wands down at that solar plexus, and yet you only get that 1 wand coming in, that feels to me as if you are presenting a very false image to the world. You've built up an identity and you're having to work hard with the 10 of Wands below to maintain that identity, rather than being just yourself, expressing you as you are. If you let people love you for who you're not, you'll never be able to be comfortable and secure in their love. The people who love you and support you should do so for who you truly are, and those who can't take who you really are, they just aren't vibing with your energy. They may have their own issues going on. It's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of where they are in relation to where you are. Nothing more. Everything's relative. And there's a need here not to take things so personally. Ace of Rods coming in also indicates a new passion. Some of my Geminis are going to become speakers or writers this month, or rediscover a passion from the past that involved speaking, writing, expressing themselves in some way with the Ace of Rods. Also, the Ace of Rods is a very phallic card, so there could be a new passion, a new male passion coming into your life, possibly a fire sign. I'm thinking here also there could be Capricorn involved in this new passion. We're meeting them through a Capricorn, or it's going to be a Capricorn that's entering your life. Now, the throat chakra is blocked by the 7 of Swords. There is some sneaky dealings from the past where you have not defended yourself, where you have known how or what is going on, but you haven't said anything, and the time has come for you to express that and let what fall have to fall with the Tower energy, so that you can get back on your feet and become yourself again. It's almost like you've been trying to go around about it in a sneaky way. You've had to confront someone, you've avoided confronting them, but you've been trying to tempt them to tell the truth, and they never have. So either be direct with it or just cut ties. Either way, you're going to end up with the same result. Moving through to the third eye chakra, we have the 4 of Rods as the block. We've got the Magician with his back to us as the energy trying to leave, and we've got the 5 of Wands as the energy trying to come in. First of all, when I see that manifestation card, the Magician card, during a manifestation reading as the energy trying to leave, this is him with his back to us. It's not saying that you're going to be weak in your ability to manifest, it's saying that you need to turn any blocks in your manifestations around. Now, the 4 of Wands is what's your block to your third eye, so you're not receiving that divine inspiration or that intuition, because you're very focused on building something or maintaining something you have built in the physical, and it's causing this inner conflict that's coming in with the Five of Rods. There's a feeling here of not listening to your intuition regarding a home move, or again, home could refer to your family or your friends if they feel like family to you. There needs to be movement there, there needs to be a conflict, believe it or not, in order to clear the air so you can get your manifestation power back. That you're certainly disconnected from listening to your intuition and listening to that perception that's available to Geminis by focusing on how things used to be in the past, how free and easy things were, and how a foundation was set rather than what it's grown into. As much as we change all the time, the situations we're involved in, when we cling to situations or certain circles, the dynamics of them change over time too. What was previously a lifelong friendship can become a lifelong burden. You've got to know when to make wise choices, when to realise that you've outgrown someone, Gemini. Moving through to the crown chakra, we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles with her back to us as a block. We've got the Ace of Cups as the energy that's trying to leave, and we have the Seven of Wands in its reverse view as the energy that is trying to come forward for us. Interestingly, the Seven of Wands card here in the reverse view shows you that he is defending himself against nothing. The battle's long gone, there's skulls and everything lying, all the weapons are lying discarded, he's still standing there on guard. This again is reiterating the message. What you're defending yourself against is no longer a threat. You've learned your lesson from it, you've already grabbed the rod that you require to grab from that. You've got the wisdom and the message that you require to grab from that. It's time to let the rest go. With the Queen of Pentacles being in that reversed position at the crown chakra, again, this suggests to me very much that some of my Geminis have turned their back in the world, the physical world, can't be bothered with it, just had enough. That Ace of Cups energy that's trying to leave. It was a magpie, that's our bird, having a loud squawk at my window, with a message. The Ace of Cups that's trying to leave is, I believe, tied to the Seven of Cups and the Four of Pentacles below. That's holding on to a new love, and it's stopping the divine inspiration for it to make you progress, to make you attract a new lover, because bliss has been on offer to you and you haven't been able to see it because you've been holding. Essentially, though, it shows you the Four of Pentacles like in the corners there of the Four of Pentacles card, and normally it's across his heart or on his head and under his feet. I think they'd be as well putting them on their eyes as a depiction, because the Four of Pentacles means you're holding something so tight you can't see what's been offered to you. It's a very physical version of the Four of Cups card, which indicates that you're not seeing what's been offered to you. That Four of Cups card being a block is a missed opportunity, and when I see it up there as an Ace of Cups that's trying to leave, there's a missed opportunity, or an opportunity that you didn't take, or a path you didn't follow, which is blocking your connection to the divine, to your divine inspiration, and it's because you're holding on to something that at the time you decided wasn't for you. Unless you've changed significantly or the situation's changed significantly, it's unlikely that that'll be for you just now, is it? So it's time to open your eyes, see something new. Also, with the Queen of Pentacles, we're talking about an earth sign energy possibly that's turned their back up towards us, someone, and it's blocking your connection in some way. It's someone that you relied upon or that you believed in, and you can't quite believe their actions. They might be the type of person who's fallen with this Tower moment. They might be one of the friends that you're losing. It may be an earth sign, so your earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Is Virgo earth? It is indeed. All in all, the reading looks worse than what it is. The reading looks like, oh God, do I have to go deal with this sort of energy again this month? Yep, for a bit of the month you are. Why? Because you're refusing to clear up things, because you're remaining attached, and if it's not physically attached, it's mentally attached, that you're overthinking something from your past, that you're focusing too much, and it's been going on for a long time with the Nine of Wands there, and the Devil's there to tempt you out. The Devil card's normally seen as a difficult card to deal with. I don't see it as being that in this position. I think What it's saying is that you've become too entrenched in defending yourself against the world and defending yourself against love. You've limited your ability to live by the defences and the identity that you've built up, and it's now a time to decide whether you're going to work so damn hard to maintain that lie, or whether you are going to say, nah, let the tower moment happen and let you be you. There's great power in being yourself. Now, I did mention at the start we have restrictive energies. We certainly have Capricornian energy there with the Devil card in this reading. How can we use these to our benefit? Well, when you're trying to manifest something, the last thing you want to think of is restrictive energies. But there's certain things in your life you want to restrict. False friends, false relationships, lies, addictions, deceit, lack. All these things you want to restrict because you're encouraging their opposite, like true friends, authentic relationships, love, abundance. To use these manifestation energies wisely, look at the situations of your life that you would like less of and try channeling that Capricornian, Saturnian energy to restrict those types of situations, ergo encouraging their opposites. Alright Gemini, thanks for hanging with me at Talk Tarot. I will be back round about the new moon. We've got a new moon in Cancer with a partial solar or lunar eclipse, and it's also a supermoon. So it should be quite interesting manifestation energies for us. Hopefully by that time we'll have managed to let go and move on. Thanks again Gemini. Be blessed. Bye.